Um, so, Lorraine, it is Black History Month, and in reviewing your amazing book that you recently published, you do call out how women of color are integral to the story of women innovators, and it goes back maybe beyond what people even realize how part of the early stages one might not even expect. Could you share a little bit about the story?
Oh, Rainu, thank you very much for that question. As I was preparing the book, I did a lot of research. I have a special chapter on women in innovation, and I was particularly interested in the journey of women of color, particularly because women in general, but also Black women and women of color, were not able to always publish patents around their work. And so my research led me to some really amazing women innovators. And in the spirit of February being Black History Month, I'll show you one right now. And her name is Marie van Brittan Brown. And I really love Marie's story because, first of all, she hails from Queens, and we as Columbia alum are in the city of New York. But she had a desire to keep her family safe in Queens. And so she developed a system that presaged the technologies that exist today to enable the security of millions of Americans. And so she jury-rigged her own security system, complete with a way to make phone calls to the local police station. And she had it set up in her apartment when she and her husband were away at the night shift. She was a nurse. And today, the Security Industry Association recognizes Marie van Brittan Brown as the inventor of the first modern security system. She did receive a patent. It was 1969, about 4 to 5 years after all of her labors in order to develop this technology. And today, home security is a $50 billion industry. So we thank Marie for the home security systems that we take for granted today and appreciate how hard she worked and the fact that she developed the prototype in her own home and led the way for this new technology.
Wow, that's amazing. Do you know, was it very difficult for her to get the patent?
It took about 4 to 5 years, and it was difficult for her to get the patent. First of all, she didn't have the funds in order to continue to develop her technology and file patents, and she wasn't familiar with the patent system. She couldn't afford an attorney. So a lot of her path forward was trial and error, figuring it out herself. And I think that this is just a common theme with women in general as they pursue innovation or they pursue careers as entrepreneurs, is trying to figure out what resources do you need? How do you build a network? How do you know what you don't know? And how do you look around the corner in order to achieve success? And I still think that that's an issue and a challenge that women have today. And it's why it's so important that we get together and support each other so that we can try to smooth the path going forward.